Footballers' market value has always been something to argue about, as modern-day football is all about big money. There are many factors that determine a player's value, such as his age, status, versatility, and many others. The German website Transfermarkt is known for its system calculating footballers' values, and this very site is going to be our source, as today's video is about the most valuable players of their age. But before we get into it, we'd like to ask you a question. This English player used to be one of the most promising talents, as in his first 100 Premier League games, he could boast with better stats than the likes of Gerrard and Lampard. Since then, however, his career went downhill, and now the former Premier League star, once worth 100 million euros, is struggling in Turkey despite being only 26. Whose decline are we talking about? Leave your answers in the comments, and now we begin. 16 years old, Endrick, 20 million euros. There's been quite a competition for this young Brazilian lately, as the likes of Real Madrid, Chelsea and PSG wanted to sign him from Palmeiras. All these teams even invited the player's family to visit the training ground, but in the end, the youngster chose Real Madrid, even though he'll have to wait until summer 2024 to join Los Blancos, as he has to be 18 years old to complete his move, according to the rules set by FIFA. This signing has already cost Real Madrid 35 million euros, and the fee may reach 60 million in the future, as there are numerous clauses and bonuses. As for Endrick's performance, and made an assist in 7 games so far, but no stats can portray his actual talent, which has already made many top clubs keep an eye on him. 17 years old, Mathys Tel, 20 million euros. The young Frenchman was signed from Rennes this summer for the exact fee you may see on Transfermarkt should you take a look at his market value. The Bayern coaches have already provided the youngster with playing time. Tel has already played 169 minutes in the Bundesliga and scored 3 goals. And though he could have gotten away more at some other club, the player himself knows that is for the sake of his development. I really can't complain. I'm happy with my playing time so far. I'm here primarily to learn and to grow. And so does the club trust Mathys, as he is expected to become a new star for them when the time comes. 18 years old, Gavi, 90 million euros. The Barca prodigy has been considered one of the most promising midfielders in Europe for quite some time already, and even received the Golden Boy award. Xavi, the Blaugrana coach, puts all his trust in the youngster, as he has already made Gavi a first-choice midfielder. Me at 20 years old and Andres Iniesta at 20 years old were not at the level of Pedri or Gavi, Xavi said. The passion he puts in, we were not at this level. In addition to winning the Golden Boy award, Gavi has already become the youngest ever goal scorer for Spain in a World Cup match against Costa Rica. There was only one younger player to have scored in a World Cup game. That was the legend himself, Pelé, who scored his first World Cup goal at the age of 17 years and 249 days. 19 years old, Jude Bellingham, 110 million euros. Many clubs would love to sign the Englishman this summer. Liverpool and Real Madrid are considered favorites, as the midfielder has already told the Borussia board about his desire to leave the club at the end of the season. 150 million euros is believed to be the price, and we may expect some top clubs to spend that much in order to sign such a quality player. Should it happen, Jude will become the 3rd most expensive transfer signing ever, as only Neymar and Mbappe cost their clubs more. Bellingham has been playing for Borussia since he was 17 and has made unbelievable progress. His energy and workload are out of this world. These are the qualities that can make Jude a true star in the future. 20 years old, Pedri, 100 million euros. Another Barca youngster to have won the Golden Boy award, just like his younger teammate Gavi. Apart from that, Pedri broke the world record, as he played 73 games for both Barca and Spain last season. However, his endurance is not his only strength, as in addition to being an elite playmaker, Pedri is also a clinical finisher. Though his best numbers are currently 3 La Liga goals, we might expect him to break his own records and show us way more than that, should he keep on improving. 21 years old, Bukayo Saka, 100 million euros. The 21-year-old Englishman became a Euro 2020 anti-hero as his missed penalties secured the title for Italy. We have to give him credit though. That miss didn't break him but only made him stronger. Now Bukayo is one of the Arsenal's leaders, while the Gunners are on their way to their first Premier League title since 2004. As for Saka, his numbers so far are 5 goals and 6 assists in 15 games. His contract lasts until summer 2024, but should we mind his importance for the team and Mikel Arteta, we should expect the Arsenal board to offer the winger a hefty contract in order to keep him at the Emirates. 22 years old, Erling Haaland, 170 million euros. Despite the mind-blowing numbers you may see on Transfermarkt, Erling Haaland only cost Man City 60 million euros due to his Dortmund buyout clause. And we can't help but admit that Erling's first month at the Etihad have surpassed all expectations. 20 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League make him by far the best goalscorer this season, and there could have been even more if it were not for the couple of games he had to miss due to injuries and fatigue. All in all, there have already been 26 goals for Haaland in all competitions, which might let us call his signing the best ever for Man City should the Norwegian keep playing this way. 23 years old, Rafael Leao, 85 million euros. The Portuguese winger has been playing for Milan since 2019. Last season was a real breakthrough for Rafael, as his 11 goals and 8 assists in Serie A were essential for the Rossoneri's title-winning campaign. It's been 11 years since they've last won the league. Such a performance by Leao has been noticed by the biggest clubs. Chelsea made a bid, but AC Milan wanted as much as 150 million euros. It was too much for the Blues, but the English club is expected to try again next summer, as there'll only be 1 year remaining on the player's contract. 24 years old, Kylian Mbappe, 180 million euros. And now for the most valuable player as per Transfermarkt, not only for his age, but in the whole world. Kylian Mbappe scored 8 goals in Qatar and won the Golden Boot. Now he has 12 World Cup goals after only 2 tournaments. Another 4 will make him level with the record holder Miroslav Klose. Unfortunately for France though, Mbappe's 8 goals weren't enough to win the title, as they lost to Argentina on penalties in the final. Last summer, Kylian could have made a move to Real Madrid as a free agent, but made a last-minute decision to sign a new contract with PSG. The rumors say that the Frenchman has already regretted it and would wish to change clubs at last. But would Real Madrid still want to sign him? That is a big question. 25 years old, Christopher Nkunku, 80 million euros. The PSG Academy product had to miss the World Cup because of the injury he got shortly before it started. But apart from that, it's been another world-class season for Nkunku after he made a big step forward last season. He became the Bundesliga Player of the Year and also the first one to even win the Player of the Month award 3 times in one season. Nkunku scored 32 goals and made 14 assists in all competitions, and this season he has already scored 12 and is currently the best Bundesliga goalscorer. No wonder such quality and consistency have caught the eye of many big clubs. Chelsea is believed to be the most interested side, as the Blues are ready to pay RB Leipzig 67 million euros, which is a bit more than the striker's buyout clause. 26 years old, Rodri, 80 million euros. It's been Rodri's 4th season at Man City since he moved there from Atletico Madrid. And that move, in combination with Guardiola's management, made him a player of a completely different level, as now Rodri is without a doubt one of the best holding midfielders in the world. And the 2 Premier League titles Manchester City have won have a lot to do with the Spaniard's impact. Not only is he the one to break the opponent's pressing and dictate tempo, but his finishing has already helped his team gain a number of crucial points. 27 years old, Joshua Kimmich, 80 million euros. The versatile German has been a most important player for Bayern and has already won the Champions League in addition to 7 Bundesliga titles. Apart from the defensive midfielder role, his primary one, Kimmich may also be very useful as a right back. That was one of the options Hans-Dieter Flick was considering, but in the end the German manager decided not to fix what wasn't broken. However, that didn't help Germany, as they got relegated from the World Cup as early as in the group stage. Joshua, despite being disappointed with such a result, is determined to bounce back and work even harder to win more trophies. 28 years old, Bernardo Silva, 80 million euros. The Portuguese moved to Man City from Monaco in summer 2017, and since then he has been one of the leading Premier League midfielders. One of the most creative City players, Bernardo is not only an elite playmaker, but has some skills in pressing high and finishing. Barcelona did try to sign Silva last summer, and the player himself was considering the move, but the 100 million euros City wanted for the Portuguese ended up being too much for Barca. 29 years old, Harry Kane, 90 million euros. Raised by Tottenham, Harry Kane still remains loyal to his club. He has been one of the best Premier League strikers for years and is currently third best ever goal scorer with 196 goals to his name. Harry needs another 64 to reach the first place, occupied by Alan Shearer. Probably that was the reason why he rejected Bayern after the German club tried to sign him. Harry's contract ends in a year, and Julian Nagelsmann is going to need a new striker. That's what makes Kane a perfect fit for Bayern. But even the player's desire to change clubs, should he want to move, may not be enough, as it's too unlikely the Tottenham board will let him go. 30 years old, Mohamed Salah, 80 million euros. The move to Liverpool made a real goal-scoring machine out of Mohamed Salah. He joined Jurgen Klopp's side in 2017 and has already become 5th best ever goalscorer for Liverpool with 172 goals to his name. Apart from that, Salah has already won all kinds of trophies with Liverpool, and his new contract is going to keep him at Anfield until June 2025. And even though Liverpool hasn't been at its best recently, Mo Salah still remains the team's biggest attacking threat. So it's up to Jurgen Klopp to help the club get back on the winning ways and help Salah win some more silverware. 31 years old, Kevin De Bruyne, 80 million euros. It's been Kevin's 8th season at Manchester City, and he has already won 4 Premier League titles and made 97 assists, which is 5th best result for the league. Despite being over 30 years of age, De Bruyne is still a world-class playmaker, and the Ballon d'Or voting shows exactly that, as only Sadio Mane and Karim Benzema, the winner, got more awards than Kevin last year. As for this reason, De Bruyne scored 3 goals and made 14 assists. The reason for such impressive numbers is the newcomer Erling Haaland, who formed an outstanding duo with the Belgian. 32 years old, Ilkay Gundogan, 25 million euros. The German international, who has been at the club since 2016, can be called a Man City legend after his performance against Aston Villa on the final match day, which won the Premier League title for City. Guardiola's side needed a win against Villa, but they were trailing 2-0, and it was Gundogan to come in as a sub to score 2 goals and save the day for the citizens. Despite all the achievements, which include 4 Premier League titles, the German may become a free agent this summer, and that is what Barcelona is waiting for. However, it's still possible that Ilkay will sign a new contract and remain a City player. 33 years old, Thomas Müller, 18 million euros. Thomas Müller pretty much defined a new role in football. The role is called Raumdeuter, the one looking for space in the box and in the final third. Throughout his career, Müller has won a World Cup, 2 Champions League trophies, and 11 Bundesliga titles, and to this day he remains a key player for Bayern. As for his overall stats, there are 230 goals and 249 assists for the club, which make him 3rd best scorer and the best ever Bayern player in terms of assists. 34 years old, Robert Lewandowski, 45 million euros. The second best ever Bayern goalscorer left the club last summer to join Barcelona. As Robert said, he didn't feel it was important for the club and for Julian Nagelsmann, and the reason for that was his age. The striker's first months at the new club, however, weren't exactly what he hoped for, as Barcelona got relegated from the Champions League. On the other hand, Lewandowski has scored 13 goals for Barca, which makes him the best scorer in La Liga. In addition to that, he managed to find the net in a World Cup match for the first time not so long ago. After he failed to score in Brazil and Russia, he finally scored for Poland in Qatar against Saudi Arabia in the group stage. Robert's emotions show it all, how important that goal was for him. After that, Poland managed to advance but lost to France in the round of 16, while Lewandowski finished the tournament with 2 goals to his name. 35 years old, Lionel Messi, 50 million euros. Leo Messi's dream has finally come true. He won the World Cup and was named the best player with 7 goals and 3 assists. As for his club performance, it has become better in terms of stats. There were 7 goals and 10 assists for Messi before the World Cup break. Messi's contract with PSG ends this summer, but it seems like Leo is going to stay in Paris until 2025, as it's not yet time for Miami Inter. Messi, the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner, is still more than fit to play in Europe, and his World Cup performance is most likely to bring him another Ballon d'Or later this year. 36 years old, Manuel Neuer, 12 million euros. Despite his age, the Bayern goalkeeper is still world-class. Manuel Neuer got to represent his country at the World Cup in Qatar, but unfortunately, the Bundesteam had to suffer an early relegation. After that, Neuer went on vacation and broke his leg while skiing. As a result, the season is over for Manuel, and we're yet to know how much of a trouble this injury will be in the future. Hansi Flick, the Germany head coach, however, tends to keep faith in Neuer, as he would like him to remain the first-choice keeper for the national team. 37 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo, 20 million euros. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner made the most shocking move as he joined Al Nassr, a Saudi Arabian club, as a free agent after his contract with Manchester United got terminated. Among the reasons for that was the controversial interview Ronaldo gave to Piers Morgan. The Portuguese didn't shy away from criticizing the United board and Erik ten Hag, the head coach, for not giving him the playing time he needed. Cristiano was mostly out of the first 11, and that was the reason for his discontent. Even though he scored 18 goals in the Premier League last season, no European club wanted him. No bids were received, so Ronaldo had no other option but to join Al Nassr to earn 200 million euros per year as per Fabrizio Romano's information. 75 million is going to be his actual salary, while he's going to get way more as bonuses and for his ambassador duties. Cristiano's contract lasts until summer 2025, which means he's about to earn 500 million euros in total. What an absolute madness. I'm excited to experience a new football league in a different country. The vision of what Al Nassr is doing is very inspiring, said Ronaldo as he completed his move. Now we can only wish him luck and admit that European football is going to miss such a legend. 38 years old, Thiago Silva, 2.5 million euros. The Brazilian's age doesn't prevent him from being an elite Premier League defender, no matter how surprising it might seem for a 38-year-old player to keep up with the extreme physicality of English top-flight football. Thiago Silva has already played 100 games for Chelsea, and though his contract is about to expire, it's possible that it will be extended. As Thiago said, he would like to play until 40, but will Chelsea be the last club in his playing career? That's something we're yet to find out. 39 years old, Fabio Quagliarella, 1 million euros. Known for his Juventus performance, Fabio Quagliarella is currently playing for Sampdoria in Serie A. He hasn't really been playing a lot, as age seems to finally getting him. Fabio's contract with Sampdoria expires this summer, and it may happen that the striker will retire from professional football at the end of the season. For now at least, it seems the right move for the veteran, who hasn't been playing and scoring as much as he used to in his glory days. 40 years old, Jorge Molina, €1.5 million. The veteran striker has taken part in the majority of games for Granada this season and scored 1 goal in Segunda Division. Though Molina's team had to go down last season, Jorge made the decision to stay at the club and help Granada fight for promotion. His current contract lasts until the end of this season, and Granada is currently 6th in Segunda, so in case the team fails to win promotion, Molina might stay for 1 more season. 41 years old, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, €2 million. Instead of becoming an agent, the ever-young Zlatan made the decision to extend his contract with Milan, disregarding the injury that is going to leave him in the cold until February. Last season was a season of triumph for Milan as they won the Serie A title for the first time since 2011, and Zlatan made an impact with his 8 goals. We'll see if he may still be of use for the team when he recovers from his injury. 42 years old, Ricardo Oliveira, €250,000. Ricardo Oliveira had a spell in Milan in 2006-2008 and also got to play 16 matches for the Seleção. Unfortunately, Ricardo found no success at San Siro, so he had to leave Italy and play for numerous clubs afterwards, in Brazil, Spain and the UAE. His current club is Athletic from São João del Rei, which Ricardo joined in February 2022, and how long is his career going to last, nobody knows. 44 years old, Gianluigi Buffon, €1 million. The legendary Italian keeper has no intention to retire from professional football. As he said, his ultimate goal is to play until 55, just like Michael Jordan. Gianluigi Buffon is currently playing in Serie B for Parma, the club that raised him, which he joined last season. The team is currently going 6th, while Gigi's contract lasts until summer 2024, so there's still a chance for Parma's promotion, as well as a chance for us to see the World Cup and the 10-time Serie A winner playing top-flight football again. 55 years old, Kazuyoshi Miura, €100,000. With all due respect, Buffon planning to play football until his 50s is one thing, while his Japanese is something different. Kazuyoshi Miura, aged 55, played for Genoa in the mid-90s, and now is playing for Suzuki PG, a Japanese lower league side. He can also boast with some decent international stats, 89 caps and 55 goals for Japan, as he is 14th in the list of players who played the biggest number of international games. This season, Kazuyoshi has played 18 games and scored 2 goals. His contract, however, is about to end in January 2023, but we might as well expect him to extend it or find a new club. Market value is not the only thing that determines a player's quality. History knows many cases of clubs signing their future stars for pennies. Dear friends, which of these players is worth too much in your opinion? Let us know in the comments. We'd like to know what you think. Thank you for watching and see you soon.